Welcome back to another School of Airway. Um, this week is focused on Ducanto, James Ducanto, aka James Ducanto, St. Aurora, Wisconsin, largest private hospital in Wisconsin. Uh, Taught me more tricks, one of the airway Yodas of my time, at least what I consider an airway Yoda. So, more tricks to be learned or clarified. This is our Bougie. Not as soft as a gum elastic bougie, but it does the work of the endotracheal introducer or exchanger. Alright, so a couple ways I just learned how to use the bougie, more additional ways. Other than the traditional use of the tube here and using a bougie as a stylet, you can also, I've noticed that there's some problems with just using the bougie by itself. Very flimsy, hard to control, and it's prone to cause trauma to the face, even if you're wearing protective gear like over your eyes and goggles, or wearing a surgical mask with a shield. You can still get some trauma to the face, to yourself or to others. So how to control this and become more independent without relying on someone else. Pushing a tube after the tube has been placed in the bougie far in. Why not to rely on someone else? Putting the tube down. Alright, so learned from Dr. Ducanto that some have actually, on purpose, used the pilot balloon as a hold-up, pushing this in, so now the tube shouldn't go anywhere else. You push it in, it's kind of held up. Not as pretty as he did it, but that's why it's a learning progress for me. Put this in, still in one place, tube the patient. Will it work? I think it will. Open the mouth, patient's already ramped up. See some part of the glottic opening. Goes in. Unlocks itself. Balloon disengages from the top end. It's going real deep. Doesn't have to go that deep. We'll pull out. Okay. Another way of using this tube would be a trick that I finally figured out, and I learned Dr. Ducanto. So going from the outside in, likes to go from the inside, and pushing this to the Murphy's eye. Push to the side slightly the bougie, and drive this into the Murphy's eye, so it locks. That one makes more sense to me. So this is becoming more of a solo mission. Alright, D-grip. Alright, we'll prove that it works again. Glottic opening. This way. Goes in. Disengage it. Advance it. Okay. Another way of using this. It's more of an American thing, I'm not too sure. But they've learned how to use this the paramedic way. Now you have more capacity to do more tricks, more bougie tricks with a longer tube. I'm not sure if this would be feasible with a pocket bougie, which is shorter. So, alright, slightly disengaged ventricular tube connector at the back end. And now I'll prove that it will work again for intubating by myself. Okay. Connector on. A little deep. Pull back. 22. Hold up. You're in. Alright. Some of us still like to be almost as if my comparison is like why people like channelized video laryngoscopy versus channeled video laryngoscopy, or those who like GlideScope versus AirTrack or GlideScope versus King Vision. There's some of us that will still want to hold the tube by itself. So some people like this, you know, the hello sign in Hawaii, the aloha sign, right? I still think that if you're gonna do this, might as well have it preloaded with an ET tube. Alright. This should work. It's a little slick. Not even sure if I like this type of grip. It worked though. Ventricular rings, hang up, done. So, I'll probably learn more tricks in the future. Alright, so please come back for another session of School of Airway by Dr. Torres.